7 4 1 8 2 4. Don't be scared, that tree's got your hair. Hands up out the way, let go.
I'm guilty. I did everything that they said I did it. They said take acting lessons. If you're going to do this YouTube channel, you need to learn how to act. I didn't take those lessons. I didn't listen to what they said. And this is what happens. Guilty. Put me in prison. I deserve everything that's coming my way. And that's the end of that scene. Okay, boy, what I go through with the costume and the slick back hair and just having way too much fun. But welcome back to Lightcraft Academy. This is very exciting. In my last episode, we talked about the in-phone render. Really cool concept that you can re-render a new backdrop or alter your original scene, re-render that, and all of the action, the motion, the camera motion, the kind of motion you're seeing right now is baked in. And I got to thinking, well, what if we could do that with foreground? And I'm talking a lot about how important it is to have foreground objects in a scene, a microphone and things like that. That's easy to do, but what if you did want to have like this gate, this prison cell gate there, or Venetian blinds, or anything that you couldn't really just physically put up in front of your virtual set on your green screen. And it's working, and I'm going to walk you through how that works. And then I have one little anecdote to share with you at the very end about focus that I'm discovering. It's kind of interesting. So let's take a look at how we do this. I've been talking about the importance of foreground props, mostly actual physical props like a microphone stand, for a while now. And it really does add to the sense of realism when you merge physical props with the virtual backdrop. But obviously adding physical props like a prison door, a pane of window glass, or even Venetian blinds would probably be a challenge. After designing the actual background set in Midjourney and upscaling to 4K, I move over to Bing.com to search for the perfect foreground image. By adding the letters PNG to the search, you'll find objects like this Venetian blind that already has transparency built in. My search is requesting extra large images, and ultimately I'll need to upscale them to 4K. I will link in the description to this specific point in Lesson 71, where you can re-render a new image with all the motion that was recorded with the original scene. Essentially, we're using that option to not necessarily re-render a background, but instead re-render a foreground. In editing, we simply build out the scene with layers. In addition to the background layer, we now have a re-rendered foreground image with the correct camera motion, and that gets keyed out on top of the talent. When it's all said and done, you have a nice looking scene. Say, here we're drawing 500, that would be 50. 1, 50, 2, 50, 3. Glass is a special challenge because glass is by design transparent. To sell the glass shot in this scene, I found some scratches on a glass pane in Bing, added the scratches and some stickers to the bank teller's window, and by the way, all this can be done in Photoshop, even in Canva. Adjusted the audio with a speaker effect, and now we have a layer of glass over this very professional and well-dressed bank teller. Yeah, right. Back in prison, I think they're going to show mercy. I'm just going to plead no contest. I think I'll be out of jail shortly. On the focus issue, when I was playing around with the Venetian blinds and do I have them in focus or not in focus, when I went to the blur effect, it created sort of a sinister, kind of a weird effect, like if those blinds are out of focus, it almost felt like somebody was prowling around, and I don't know, it just could be my imagination, but there's so much that you can do with this. And as I say every single time, we're doing this on an iPhone. This is incredible what we can do with the Jetset app. Keep the emails coming. Love hearing what you're doing. For those of you who are in the film business, those of you who are experimenting, with this app. So many of you are teachers, and I'd love to see what you're doing, and with your permission, even share those share some of your work on the channel. But for now, from the penitentiary, hoping for a decent meal tonight here in the penitentiary. I'll be back in just a few days with another episode of Lightcraft Academy. Please, 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 please subscribe. Thanks a lot. Take care.